Ring ring testing. Okay, I couldn't not. That was fun. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hi. So I don't really have anything in mind for my video today, but I wanted to film something because it felt aligned. And just as I sat down to film, there was some drilling upstairs. So praise be Jeebus. Hopefully you can hear me. All well? All is well? Okay, cool. So, how's it been? Tell me in the comments. I wanted to share actually a little bit about some inspiration that I've been receiving. And thinking about it in terms of aging and appearance and how we value ourselves based on our appearance. Or not, as the case may be. So recently I was eating sunflower seeds and I chipped my tooth. I chipped my little front tooth. And although actually I handled it quite well, it was amusing to me. It was a moment for a giggle or two. I was just like, how on earth has this happened? just munching on some sunflower seeds. But it made me kind of consider every time I brush past that part of my mouth with my tongue or my mouth in general, I am kind of like more aware of the fact like, oh yeah, it's there, it's different now, that's kind of weird. And also it looks weird, like I can tell the difference, but also my other tooth is chipped as well, so maybe I just need to go to the dentist and sort that out. When finances allow, I shall do so. I look forward to it. But it moves in the wave that I've been considering a lot, which is thinking about beauty and appearance and how we can take a lot of time in our lives to make ourselves the way we hope to be. Right? Like you can't change certain aspects of yourself or your life, but you can almost like style yourself. You can cultivate yourself like a plant in a way that is authentic for you, in a way that feels beautiful for you. And I feel like it's a really interesting world to consider beauty in, with so many different things happening around the world and so much advertising and media like targeting certain aesthetics or surgery choices or kind of like age inappropriate messaging, I would say, in terms of health. Like wrinkles are bad and you want this kind of skin and you don't want any wrinkles ever, and heaven help that something sags on your body. Heavens above. But I don't know about you, but it's just like kind of icky to me now. Like whenever I'm scrolling past something online and I'm like, ew, there was 333 on the timer when I said that. It's just kind of ew now. It's like ew. There's no like big reaction. There's no like, oh, you're wrong for wanting that, or like maybe judging people who feel like that's their path. Like there's none of that really anymore. That's kind of like, well, if you feel like that's going to elevate your experience, like I fully support you in your decisions. I've been blessed in this life with a body and a face that I quite enjoy most of the time. Like there are parts that I would rather change sometimes, you know, like, oh, why do I have that spot? Or why have I chipped my tooth? Or like, why am I not the size that I was 4 years ago? You know, like why are there wrinkles around my eyes? Of course, there are thoughts that way, but also there's the grace to face yourself, like the grace to face these parts of yourself that you don't enjoy and love them anyway, because actually those parts are probably what someone who is for you would look at and say, oh, that is what makes them beautiful. Like that is what makes me attracted to them, or that is what makes me want to work with that person. Because they look like me, because they have this going on, whatever, you know, the things that make us unique. And whilst I'm in support of people like having surgery, if that's what they want, I'm also a huge believer in like retaining the things that make us authentic, like retaining the things that make us original. Like when I was a kid, I used to have braces, and when I stopped wearing them, this little guy, he just like popped right up, and I was like, I kind of like it. I kind of like that imperfection. I enjoy that about myself. There's like a little uniqueness about that little guy. You know, maybe I'll change one day. I don't know. Maybe I'll have a little retainer again just to keep him where he is. But you know, that's the joy to play with. I think that we don't have to be so obsessed with how things look, because people can feel underneath how you feel about yourself. And that's a real journey I've been going on deeply since I've been dancing again, and since I've been going to dance classes, specifically ballet classes, because I grew up in that dance world, and I often felt like my body wasn't good enough to be there. You know, I was told I don't have the body for ballet. Maybe I would be better suited to yoga, like blah, blah, blah. All of these kinds of stories. They're just flipping stories from someone else's perspective, right? But those stories have been coming up for me to kind of love and revisit, and as this older version of myself be like, actually, that kind of doesn't fit with me anymore. That really does not connect with who I want to be. And if I have daughters, that is not the mother I want to be for them. You know, I want them to love their bodies. I want the little girls that I have tutored and taught over the years, the little girls of my friends, my nieces, all of them, I want them to grow up knowing that they're beautiful, because they've been born into this body. And to feel beautiful is an experience and a choice that we can grow and cultivate, albeit that journey is easier for some than others. And by no means have I ever really felt like I was a specific shining example of beauty, but I'm growing to feel it in my life. It's hard to explain. There's an experience. Yeah, it's like you have to experience it to feel it fully. Where maybe all of the things that used to bother you and the things that people have said about you and your appearance or your personality or whatever, suddenly none of it matters. And you get to choose you and be a shining example of self-love in the world. That being said, my phone storage is full. I must tend to the physicals, but it's beautiful to be tuned in with you today. And I'd love to invite you into working with me in a coaching capacity. So I have a 7-day container at the end of this month, beginning the 29th. It's an entrance into working for devotional playtime. Devotional playtime is a concept in which we learn how to play through our lives and deeply embody the energies that we were blueprinted with in our authentic way for the truest purpose of our soul's alignment. The details are below. I would love to connect with you and take this further. So with that being said, all unfolds in the perfect way, and so it is. Thank you for your time. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Mwah. Think I play.